Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. Today we're going to continue and wrap up our deep dive into Green Belt for Tedori Jujitsu, the tip one. We're going to do the body and the legs. There's 3 techniques from the body, 1 from the legs. I don't want to do a super short video with the legs, so we throw them all together. Body has 3 different techniques. Back in Orange Belt, it was just 2 different techniques. One was to chokes, one was to ogoshi. Now we have 2 different ones because there's 2 different ways that they can block ogoshi, and we react differently to either one. And if you think to yourself, well, what if I could do the one thing they blocked ogoshi and I could do that? Yeah, probably. That's the thing. Again, we talk about it. You mix and match as you go. The one from the legs is a follow-on from tsubame hayaagaeshi. Tsubame hayaagaeshi is a judo throw. It's one of the newer throws, but it is absolutely in the judo syllabus. This is what happens if tsubame hayaagaeshi doesn't quite work. One of the things you can do from it. It absolutely will not help you in a judo tournament because of the way they fall, but it's still useful to know. All right, so we're going to start with the first one from the body. From the body, this is my daki hazushi ichi. So this is the defense against a front bear hug with the arms trapped. So she goes to the hit, turn. Now let's talk about this. One of the comments I got, we showed the short version, was, I never saw them put you in a bear hug. You're right. If they're going to bear hug you, my goal is to hit them in the ida. That is to say, in the space between spaces. Nobody materializes around you. They go and grab you, and you strike. So, what if they've grabbed you? Can you do this move? Absolutely. Let's demonstrate that. So, no, get me the bear hug, right? I'm here. Now, obviously, I'm bigger than my opponent, but I can make some space to hit. And I can definitely make some space here to hit and stomp down. And that knee is going to become ever more important if your hands, have to hit from here. I would rather hit from here, but I can hit from here if I have to. My poor Uke is working with an injured rib, so we're not going to be hitting them very hard today. We're like, oh, I want to see you hit them hard. No, she's, healing. The fact that she's here is doing great. So she grabs me. I want to grab here, but if she gets in that bear hug, oh, I'm really here. Again, I can hit here, and I can absolutely kick. And that groin shot is coming at you. So if your hands aren't working as well as you'd like, definitely throw the groin shot and throw that. You can do this from the full bear hug. But let's practice and get about halfway there, because honestly, it's a telegraph move. It's coming. It's there. So let's work on that. All right, so hit, right? Hit. Now, you can leave your hands here, but what I want to do is when they're worried about this, the first thing any guy's going to do is drop their hands, and then I can get my hands up good, and I can grab the shoulder. Now, we worked on this many times. We push one way because they're going to resist. Thank you. Again, push down here. Get them set back. You may only need the one choke here. However, from here, we push down, we pull to the side to make room to set on our own shoulder. If they start scrabbling at this hand up here, we put it back here, behind our own ear, and then we turn and we grab our own gi. Now you can grab your cell phone, call for help, or just drop them like a bad habit, whatever you need to do. Other side. So we hit, strike up, come down here if you can. While they're moving their hands, you turn them one way, turn the other. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, get your head in here when you get this choke. I know we practice from here, but get your head in, keep your head in, keep your head in, keep here, turn, and then turn your hip into them when you get this one to really stretch them out, stretch them back, and make those chokes work. Why am I teaching 6 chokes? Are you going to need all 6 chokes? Maybe not. But if they're fighting it, as you go through the progression, you're going to find something that sticks. Make that work. So again, the important part to remember is the strike as they hit. If you didn't get it for whatever reason, okay, strike and hit hit with the knee. Make them regret, right? As they hit the knee, right down here. And this pain is enough to get enough. All you got to get is one hand up to turn them one way. They're going to resist. And then you pull them right back into your chokes. From the body, this is my daki, hayatori, ni. So the second bear hug defense. Now, the first defense, we hit, and then we went into something else. Now we go into the throw. A lot of people don't like going to throws, especially hip throws, because they say, oh, you gave them your back. Don't ever give an opponent your back. Why would you give them your back? And there are different techniques we can do. There's stuff in the Danzanru syllabus where they grab from forward and we, return the favor going forward. But giving them your back isn't all the terrible thing you say it is, because if you say never ever give opponent your back, well then you would never ever do ogoshi from your standard grip. Again, turning your back on your opponent means you must break their kazushi and you must have the idea for the throw. It's not easy. Throwing people is one of the hardest things you can do in martial arts. But that's just the nature of throwing people. That's the nature of hip throws. We don't discount all hip throws just because we turn it back. We do realize that they can be countered. We show in this style specifically how to counter ogoshi and throw them back. Everything can be countered. It doesn't mean we don't do the thing. It just means we are aware of it. So, as before, she goes in. I would rather move before she gets me. But if I can't, again, the hip strike doesn't call for that specifically, but let me tell you what, if I want their hips out just a little bit, moving that knee into position is a good way to do it. And I turn into ogoshi. Now, I want to pull the arm out, stick my hips out, and pull them up on my hips. They know this, so they stick their arm up in the air and didn't let me, and now I haven't really broken their kazushi. So rather than stay here and fight it, and maybe get countered because I gave them my back, I turn back around into them, and I catch the arm here, right here. Now this is a pretty standard arm grip. If it doesn't work, they bend their arm, pull it back to them, step in, move back, and it's the Tai Chi bump. Other side. This time I'm smarter, I gave myself the space. I come in, I'm going for the ogoshi, right? I'm getting my hips down. Oh, but they're just not letting me. Fine. Right here. Boom, boom, and bump them away. It calls for a body bump, so let's work on this. So from here, it calls for stepping in front and bumping with your body. And that absolutely works. If you want, if they really got out of this and it just didn't work, you can also come in with your forearm and push like that and really drive them. It's whatever works for you. If they're larger, if they're in a larger opponent than me, if they're bigger than me, absolutely my whole body is going to work. She's a little smaller. It might actually be easier to throw the hand. I don't care, just whatever works for you. So again, she grabs, stop here. I come in here. Don't neglect your good ogoshi just because they're countering it. Oh, but they're countering it. So we come inside and we stick it right here, pinning it with this arm, pinning it with this arm. They don't like it, so we keep turning into them. Now I can drop this arm under and look where I'm at. Boom, all my weight into her. Away she goes. Other side. Look, don't like, fine, get in here. Whoa. There we go. The idea is we're going to go to that side and we're going to go real quick ogoshi. So as they come in, giving them your back is not a slow process. They're not really going to have time to react. Ready? Get me. All she was able to do was get her arm up because she knew that was coming. Okay, fine. Again, I'm right here. I'm right here. But that turn for the throw, she didn't have time to do much else, because when you hit this and come around, it's fast. Does that mean you need to practice your throws? Yes. But that is the second one into the Tai Chi. Tip one from the body. This is my daki hayatori san. So the final defense against the front bear hug with the arm spin. it looks just like knee position. So the same thing happens. She moves in to grab the bear hug. If I'm smart about this, I get the bear hug before I get the strike in before she solidifies that bear hug. As I turn, and I turn in here, again, I want to push her arm out here and get the hips out, but she's dropping her hand, and now I'm like, it's hard to turn her around. This is a much more difficult position to throw. Newbies, all the time when they're learning ogoshi, they grab that hand, that's the first thing they do. They pull it down here, and it's hard to throw, and it makes them so difficult because they're not learning to extend their uke. So uke is learned how to drop my hand and make it hard. So now we can't put it on the shoulder, so step around. As we step around, right into kasotogake, it doesn't work. For whatever reason, they push, they pull. So get under here, just like you can call this reversal sotogari, you can call this a dirty uchimata, whatever you like. But it doesn't work. So again, step in and down. As I said before, at any point during this, your ogoshi might work, fine, good. If your ogoshi doesn't work, the kosotogake might very well work. That's because, yes, you're giving them your back. Once again, as she comes in, I am willfully giving her my back because I am pulling off her kazushi and I'm trying to stop it. If she's pulling down here, what she's not doing is countering me by taking my back, which gives me time to, okay, I've given my back up, fine, I'm gonna turn and take something else instead. Oh, here, but that didn't work. Once again, I'm giving my back up, but if she tries to do anything, all I have to do is step, and all I have to do is step. And there's nothing really she can do from there. I have knocked the pillars of her stability out from under her. If I do that, you ain't doing nothing about taking my back. So let's do this again. You grab me, the whole thing. Oh no, this sucks! So again, hit here. If you can't get enough power, you probably can get a surprising amount to break out. Cheat! And get your hips over and come in. Oh, she came down there. So again, I don't even fight the arm. I literally just turn, and here I am. Boom, right there. Since I have the arm, I can come back real easy. And again, go for that. Didn't work. All right. Other side, we're going to try something.
Oh dear.
So, boom. Come to here. Come there. Want that? Good. Oh, I can't get the ogoshi. Okay, fine. Here, come to here. Remember, as you come into here and you get in this, it doesn't take much. Fight. Well, let me throw you. If you are in their stance, there is not much they can do about it. So again, yes, we are turning, turning, turning. The whole idea is they don't know what hip is coming at them because your hips and your feet, this whole thing is from here. This is where your power is, this is where your base is, this is where your stability is. And if you keep them guessing, they're going to wind up on the ground. From the legs, this is tsubame hayagaeshi. Tsubame gaeshi is a judo throw from the judo syllabus. It's as simple as that. It's one of the later throws. Like if you look at where it was added a little later because I realized it's a very good defense against the ichi harai. She goes to throw me the ichi harai. And I said nope and came in here. It's as simple as that. Let me throw you tsubame gaeshi. Whoop, that's it. That's the move. That's tsubame gaeshi. That was orange belt. What we are asking today is, what if my tsubame gaeshi failed? This is not good for competition. If those of you who are waiting, like, oh yeah, I can see what to do in competition. This won't help you in judo. Sorry. If they fall out of it, they're going to roll out, and there's really, it's not a good judo competition move. However, it's effective and it works. It just doesn't put them on their back because Tedori Jujitsu is less interested in sport. And I realize sport versus street. I'm not getting into that debate. Train with resistance. You need to. Got no problem with that. Just understand that your opponent needs to know how to either tiger fall or roll to do this correctly. So, as she comes in, and I come here, it didn't work. So then I shoot in and turn my back. Again, I'm giving them my back, yes, because it's this reversal sotogari or dirty uchimata, and then to there. Let's go to the other side. Boom, didn't work. I come in here, I step back, I step in here. And again, you're stepping through their stance. They don't really have much of a chance. Your power is here. Your stability is here. So from Komate again. You're just pushing through. Again, as with everything green belt, this might work, but if it doesn't, come into here. Honestly, if they fall from here, you know, they got to roll or do a front thing, and it might work. That absolutely might work. Okay. But worst case scenario, it doesn't. So then you step in here. Boom. Which is why I say these aren't really good throws for competition. You're not going to get good scores for that. But you can absolutely throw them around and make somebody be on the ground where you don't want to be until you want to be there. You know, put them there first, and you can hightail it out of there. All right, so one more time. Come in, come around. Didn't work. Come in, and then that stepping in deep. The deeper the step, the lower the step. Get your body low and deep, and they're going to go. So, the tsubame hayagaeshi. So that was Tedori Jujitsu Green Belt Tip 1 from the body and the legs. From the body, absolutely work from different positions. It's bear hug, you know, arms are trapped. Work from, don't let him get you in the bear hug. Work from, oh no, I'm in the bear hug, gotta hit him. See how it changes the angles of what you gotta do. Practice all of it, practice with some resistance. You know, if they grab you in the bear hug, make them pick you up. See if they wanna pick you up while your hands are hitting and your knee is flailing and your shins, you know, their shins are getting smacked. Headbutt. Again, you can cheat. Feel free to. Practice what you need to do to get yourself in the position to get a good ogoshi. And if the ogoshi doesn't work, they've countered it, again, then you've got your options, you know, your arm bars. All of these are pretty good to practice with a little resistance. You know, have your buddy do the resistance against that daki and then work through your series of your 6 chokes. If you still don't like all this stuff, well, come into class, see what we can do. Stay safe. Thanks.